Namaste. I'm Jean Koerner of Jean Koerner Yoga, and I'm back today to teach you a breathing technique called Ujjayi Pranayama. So I'm sitting in a kneeling position that we call Thunderbolt pose or Vajrasana, where you can see my toes are pointing back behind and I'm sitting back on my knees. If this is less than comfortable for you, you can sit in a cross-legged seat or any comfortable seated position, including a chair. Once you're comfortable, the idea is that your spine is as long as possible. So in this technique, we're narrowing the space between the vocal cords. When we do that, as the air passes through, it creates friction. And that friction creates an echoey sound in the breath. So it's a lot like we do when we're whispering. The same thing anatomically is happening in the throat. Hi, my name is Jean. So you can try to whisper and feel where that breath is coming from and how there is a slight constriction happening there at the back of the throat. I find it's also a little bit easier for students to get this technique when they curl the tongue and take the tip of the tongue to the upper palate. Hi, bullseye. So you can practice this technique for hours on end. You can practice it for a couple of minutes, as long or as short as you'd like, and we'll give it a try. It's the same thing also we're doing when you're fogging up your glasses or seeing your breath in the cold. And at first it's easier to get with the mouth open, so you can try it on the inhale and the exhale with the mouth open. Eventually you close the mouth. The breath comes from the same place. And at first it could be a little bit louder and more audible, but eventually it becomes audible only to you and possibly the person next to you, but it becomes almost silent. As I said, this is a technique that creates heat because it creates friction as the breath passes through. That heat burns toxins from the inside out. It also helps to quiet the mind. It becomes meditative, calming, grounding, and centering. I like to also add the silent mantra Om, which is the combination of A, U, and on both the inhale and the exhale. So on inhalation, you can silently chant to yourself Om, and on the exhalation, silently chanting Om as well. Again, it's easier to try than it is to kind of get by listening to somebody explain. So give it a try, see how it goes. You don't need to get anything today. This is all a practice and a process. Namaste.